Good morning, students. Today again we are going to start with the chapter Structure of Atom and we'll discuss the atomic models. Now talking about the Thomson's model of atom. According to Thomson's model of an atom, it is similar to the Christmas pudding. The pudding had positive charge and the electrons having the negative charge were like the plums on the pudding. Plum means like the dry fruits. So he proposed that an atom consists of positively charged sphere and the electrons are embedded in it. This is the positive charge, red one, and these blue one are the negative charge. The negative and positive charge are equal in magnitude, so the atom as a whole is electrically neutral. He said that as much of the as negative charge is present, the same amount of positive charge is present. That is why atom as a whole is electrically neutral. It is stable. Talking about the Rutherford model of an atom, Rutherford in 1911 performed some experiment in which he bombarded a thin foil of heavy metal like gold with a beam of fast moving alpha particles, which were doubly charged helium ions. So what are the alpha particles? These are the doubly charged helium ions. So what he did? He took the source of alpha particles, that is the radium, and the particles which were emitted were taken in the beam with the help of this slit. Now these particles, they strike the surface of a thin foil of gold, beside which a circular zinc sulfide screen was being placed. As you can see, there are different deflections. Some were large angle deflection, some were small angle deflection, and most of the alpha particle they strike here, means they pass straight through the gold foil. And very few were deflected back on an angle which is almost greater than 90 degree, around 180 degree. So hence we conclude that different observations were made in this experiment. And how do we know that these alpha particles, they are striking here? The zinc sulfide screen showed fluorescence, means when these particles, they strike on the screen, a glow was being produced, which showed that the alpha particles are striking here. So Rutherford allowed a beam of fast moving alpha particle having positive charge to fall on the thin gold foil, and he observed that most of the alpha particles, they pass straight through the gold foil. So as you can see, most of the particles, they are passing straight. Some of the alpha particles were slightly deflected by small angles. As you can see, these are the deflection due to small angles. And very few particles appeared to rebound. Rebound means they deflected back on 180 degree angle. That was around, if we talk, it was one strike, only one in 12,001 strikes. So this was the experiment observation by Rutherford. On the basis of result discussed above, scattering of alpha particle according to Rutherford model is shown here. You can see maximum particle, they are passing straight. Few are deflected by small and large angles. Small, large angle. And few, 1 out of every 12,000 was deflected back on the same path. Means जिस path पर गया उसी पे वापस आ गया. That is known as rebound. So most of the space inside an atom is empty. कैसे पता चला? because most of the alpha particle they pass straight through the gold foil. When the alpha particle they are passing straight through the gold foil, it means उनके रास्ते में कोई रुकावट नहीं थी, किसी पार्टिकल से वो नहीं टकराया, means वो पार्टिकल straight away travel हो गए. Second, the atom had a small nucleus having positive charge. How do we know that there was positive charge? जब positive से टकराया होगा, alpha particles they are having positive charge. And when they will strike on the surface of nucleus, they will be deflected by small and large angles. Third, the size of nucleus is very small as compared to the size of atom. Why? Because very few alpha particle, it was around 1 out of 12,000, rebound means reverted back on the same path. It means जब head on collision हुआ होगा positive का positive से, they totally rebound on the same path. So Rutherford gave a model. An atom has positively charged nucleus at its center and most of the mass of the atom is in the nucleus. Second, the electron revolve around the nucleus in different orbits. And third, the size of nucleus is very small as compared to the size of atom. So these were the conclusions made for a model was put forward by Rutherford on the basis of these conclusions. Above these are the conclusions and this one is a model proposed by Rutherford. Now talking about the drawback of Rutherford model, he said any particle in circular orbit would undergo acceleration. कोई भी electron revolve हो रहा है, it will during revolution he is saying it will accelerate. And during acceleration, he is saying the charged particle would radiate energy. वो अपनी energy lose करता जाएगा. If this is the negatively charged particle और ये move कर रहा है, तो हर time जब ये अपनी energy it will lose, तो its जो orbit size है that will decrease and ultimately this particle will fall in the center of the nucleus. Now, if this happens with every electron, then what will happen? The electrons they will become less in number and the protons they will become more in number. And atom as a electrically neutral, neutrality will be not maintained. It will become unstable in nature. Hence, but we know that atoms are stable. So his model could not explain about the stability of the energy of the electron. So this was the drawback of Rutherford model of atom. Next, Bohr model of atom. This atom consists of small, heavily positively charged nucleus in the electron and the electron revolve around in its circular path that is called as orbits. So inside center mein there is a positive charge and electrons around the positive charge in their circular paths, just like sun is in the center and all the planets they are revolving around the sun in their circular paths. Second, in a particular atom the orbit in which the electron revolve, orbit means the path, circular path, are the discrete orbits. Discrete means separate, having fixed radii. उनका radius जो है fix है and energy too. So these discrete orbits are therefore also called energy level or the shells. Next, so long as an electron is revolving particular orbit, it can neither lose energy or gain energy. So he is saying while revoluting around the nucleus, the electrons, they neither lose the energy nor gain the energy. Thus the atom is stable and does not collapse. So this state of atom with lowest energy is called the ground state of the atom. Next, energy is lost or gained by an electron only when it jumps from one orbit to another. Means when electron is jumping from lower level to higher level of orbit, then only it takes energy, and when it comes back to its same shell, then it loses energy.